What's going on, everyone? Chris from Pickdawgz.com here with the Wraparound. We're going to be breaking down the NHL action going down on Thursday, November 14th, 2024. If you like this content, make sure you smash that thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel. Let me know your NHL picks in the comment section below. And if you're looking for my best bets, the games that I love, head to Pickdawgz.com and click the Premium Picks tab at the top of the page. Well, we got a full card of NHL action today. 10 games in total. There's still plenty of money to be made here. We had a winning day with the Wraparound yesterday. Hoping to make some more money today, some ice cold hard cash. Let's not wait any longer. You guys know the drill. Are you ready? I'm ready. Let's get into it. Our first game comes to us from the Amerant Bank Arena, where the Florida Panthers take on the New Jersey Devils. And it's a rematch of a matchup we just saw a couple of nights ago that went the way of the New Jersey Devils because, well, I wasn't expecting to see Spencer Knight in goal. I was expecting to see Sergei Bobrovsky. But I do anticipate Bobrovsky getting the start here. And if that's the case, I think the Panthers are going to get some revenge because the New Jersey Devils, yeah, they've been playing well. They've won 4 of 5 and 6 of 8. But this is still a team that has some inconsistent goaltending at times. The goaltending is always capable of falling apart when you have Jacob Markstrom and Jake Allen as your 1 and 2 punch between the pipes. And the Florida Panthers, for the most part, have had some success in this matchup. And I just think this is a spot where the Florida Panthers get some revenge. I know the road teams had some success between these two. That's won each of the last 4 meetings. But I'm going to go with the Panthers to get their get back here at minus 140. Now we head to Madison Square Garden, where the New York Rangers take on the San Jose Sharks as a massive favorite, potentially the biggest favorite that we have seen yet so far this season. And I get why. I mean, the New York Rangers are the better team. You know, they do have a winning record at home. The San Jose Sharks, 2-5-2 on the road. But what I'm going to say here is that I don't, advise anybody just randomly. This isn't, my strongest play on the board. I just think that the price has forced us to take a shot on the Sharks on the money line, or at least plus the 1.5. You're getting plus 2.5 at a reasonable price around, minus 140. So, you can go that route, but you're getting plus 1.5 at plus money. You have a chance to make almost 3.5 times your money on one game. When in reality, Igor Shesterkin, we saw him, struggle against the Winnipeg Jets. I get it. It's the Winnipeg Jets. I'm not saying that the 15-1 Winnipeg Jets are the same as the San Jose Sharks. But I'm just saying, I've said this before. I think I said it on our morning show. When Igor Shesterkin has a rough start like he did against the Buffalo Sabres, normally it takes him a couple of outings to get his feet back underneath him. Struggled against Winnipeg. Could have some issues against the Sharks, who have been feisty in some of their recent games. They shut out the New Jersey Devils. On the first game of this East Coast road trip, they took the Philadelphia Flyers to a shootout. They've been in a lot of close games. This is still a team that, believe it or not, has won 5 of their last 8 games. So I'm going to take a shot here on the Sharks plus the 1.5. I'll put a little bit on the money line at plus 325. Now we head to the Amalie Arena, where the Tampa Bay Lightning take on the Winnipeg Jets. And we just talked about the Winnipeg Jets, who are 15-1 on the year. And it just feels like the books are kind of waiting for the other shoe to drop with the Winnipeg Jets. Like they're just saying, okay, well, it can't keep going. It's got to end at some point. And in fairness, it looked like it might have the last time these two teams played. I mean, it was back and forth. It was a 3-3 game. Tampa Bay jumped out to a 2-0 lead early, and it got as close as 4-4 early in the third period. But then the Winnipeg Jets struck with 3 third-period goals late in the third period, including a couple empty netters, and got the job done for their 5th straight win over Tampa Bay. Now the Lightning, yes, the Lightning are 4-1-1 at home this season, but they're on a 4-game losing streak. They just can't seem to get out of their own way right now, and that includes a loss to the Winnipeg Jets. I know, the Lightning will probably like to get some revenge at home, but I'm going to take a shot here on the Jets. I shouldn't even say taking a shot. Until the tickets stop paying with the Winnipeg Jets, I'm going to keep taking them, and just, especially when we're getting prices like these, at even money. So give me the Winnipeg Jets on the money line in this one. Now we're going to the Canadian Tire Center, where the Ottawa Senators take on the Philadelphia Flyers. And I get why the Senators are favored at home, because I've said all along the season with the Sens. The split on the Senators team, for the most part, has been kind of easy to figure out. You back them at home, and you either fade them or don't back them on the road. But even being at home here, I think I might take a shot on the Flyers, because the Flyers have taken 3 straight games to a shootout. They have been really competitive against some tough teams, including a win over Tampa Bay, a win over Florida on the road. So maybe look for this game to go to overtime, around plus 300. But head to head, the Senators have owned this matchup, but I'm just not trying to lay this kind of price with the Sens in all fairness. I just think that, the Flyers can hold some value here. I think the Flyers could potentially, compete and keep this one close. So while it's not one I'm rushing to the window to bet necessarily, I'll take a shot with the Flyers here at plus 1.5. I'll put a little bit on the money line at plus 145. Now we had the KeyBank Center where the Buffalo Sabres take on the St. Louis Blues. And, two teams that have had their fair share of inconsistencies. Both are 7-9 on the season. But the thing that stands out to me is that, the St. Louis Blues, yes, they've lost 3 straight games, but they played some tough teams. And, this can be a very, very streaky team, in St. Louis. They played Boston, they played Washington and Utah, lost all 3 games at home. But for me, Buffalo still is inconsistent with the goaltending. And while that could be a problem in the future, I don't think it's a problem right now when St. Louis can't score. I mean, like I said, they've scored a combined 5 goals in their last 3 games. I just feel that even with the inconsistencies, the one thing that St. Louis has done consistently is stink up the joint as of late. So give me the lean towards the Sabres here at minus 150 at home. Now we head to American Airlines Arena where the Dallas Stars take on the Boston Bruins. And this is a tricky matchup because normally you'd say that the Boston Bruins catching a decent amount of plus money is worth a look just given the pedigree of this team. And they have won 4 of their last 6 games, but they're still 3-4-1 on the road. Dallas, they've had some issues overall, but they're still a 6-1 team on home ice. They've been doing a good job of winning games at home as of late. They're just coming off a game where they crushed the Pittsburgh Penguins. And right now I just feel like I can trust the Dallas Stars more, especially from a defensive perspective, a goaltending perspective, than I can the Boston Bruins, who just when you think you're ready to give them the benefit of the doubt, fall flat on their face. So I'm going to lean towards the Stars here in regulation at minus 120. Next, we head to the XL Energy Center where the Minnesota Wild take on the Montreal Canadiens. And for me, this is just a mismatch because you have one team in Montreal who, yeah, you got to win over the Buffalo Sabres on the road last time out 7-5, but it doesn't excuse the fact that you gave up 5 goals even in a victory, and you've now allowed 4 or more goals in 5 of your last 7 games and 6 of your last 10. Minnesota, yeah, you took one on the chin against the Chicago Blackhawks, but you still allowed 2 goals for the 3rd straight outing. And like I said, I just feel that Minnesota is the more stable team. They've won 7 straight games against the Montreal Canadiens, the majority of those by 2+ goals. So I'm going to take the Minnesota Wild in this one on the puck line and try to get this bet down into plus money. Now we head to Rogers Place where the Edmonton Oilers take on the Nashville Predators, and another team that just when you think you're ready to give them the benefit of the doubt, they give you a reason not to, and that's the Nashville Predators. Just when I think that Nashville's ready to turn the corner, they come back out, they lose 4 of 5 and 6 of their last 8. They did keep it close against Colorado last time out, but they've also scored 2 goals or less in 4 of their last 5 and 6 of 8. Coincidentally or not coincidentally, all 6 of those games where they scored 2 goals or less were all losses. So they need to be able to outscore the other team and just put up goals to be able to win. And Edmonton not letting that happen. They've scored 11 goals in their back-to-back wins over the Islanders and the Canucks. They've won 4 of 6 and 6 of their last 9. For right now, I feel the goaltending is more stable in Edmonton. And right now, I just feel that the Edmonton Oilers have been less of a disappointment than the Nashville Predators have been. So I'm going to take Edmonton to win this one in regulation. I'll sprinkle a little bit on the puck line minus 1.5 at plus 135. Next, we head to Climate Pledge Arena where the Seattle Kraken take on the Chicago Blackhawks. Not a game I love, but the only way for me to really feel like I can go here is to take the Seattle Kraken on the money line. The Chicago Blackhawks are a team that, yes, I said it before, have, already made up half of the season-long win total that they had on the road. They only won 8 games away from the United Center this season, and last season. They're already 4-5-1 this year. But this is also Seattle Kraken team that has just flat out owned this matchup. I was initially leaning towards the over because historically the profitable trend between these two teams as well. But Chicago just struggling to score right now. They've scored 2 goals or less in 3 straight, averaging 1.3 goals per game in their last 3. While Seattle head-to-head with Chicago have won 4 of the last 5. They've scored 6+ goals in all 4 of those victories. Seattle not necessarily lighting the scoreboards ablaze all season, but they've scored 9 goals so far in this homestand over the last 2 games. So I'm going to take the Kraken on the money line at minus 160. Our final game on Thursday's card takes us to Rogers Arena, where the Vancouver Canucks take on the New York Islanders. And this is the trickiest game on the board for me outside of that issue with the Rangers and that heavy price. But the thing is that, the New York Islanders, our team has been highly competitive in recent games. And, I think that they are a much better team than a plus 155 or 160 price tag would indicate. But I also see the Vancouver Canucks have had some success in this matchup where they've won 4 of the last 5 overall. And head-to-head, they've won 3 straight, 4 of 5, and 6 of 8. But a lot of these games have been 1 goal or just tight games or outright victories for the New York Islanders. So it's just really hard to try to, you're being pulled in a bunch of different directions here. I think I'm going to do what I think covers the most bases here. I'm going to take the Islanders plus the 1.5. Yes, it's a little bit juicy. You could use it as a parlay piece. But you look between these two teams, even though Vancouver's won 3 straight meetings, 2 of those games were decided by a single goal. And like I said, a lot of these have been either extra time games or, victories that could have gone the way of the New York Islanders as well. So I'm going to take the Islanders here plus the 1.5. And like I said, maybe just slide it into a parlay or something to round things out. That's it. That's all the NHL action for Thursday, November 14th, 2024. If you like this content, make sure you smash that thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel. Again, make sure you let me know your NHL picks in the comment section below. And if you're looking for my best bets, the games that I love, head to pickdawgz.com. Click the premium picks tab at the top of the page. I got 1 NHL play on the premium side. Also got some college hoops on the board. We're having a great time with the college hoops the last couple days. So make sure you jump on board, hop on something long term. Get the most bang for your buck. We have loaded cards all weekend, whether it's college football, NFL, you name it. There's action, there's money to be had. There's lots of NBA action as well. So take advantage of it. But whether you do a daily pass or a long term, whatever you choose to do, remember to use the promo code PICK at checkout for an additional 15% off your purchase. Thanks so much for watching. See you guys.